Alright, today I'm just going to be doing a tips and tricks bit as a playing shit. Nothing too hectic, just some tips. Not set for beginners, the expert, just tips. Alright, your first one, make sure you grab this key on the way in, never forget that. And always get your power turned on. A second. In Tanglewood, it can either be in the garage here, like it is in this game, or it can also be down in the basement here, just on this wall, like right here. Alright, second, I would be looking for your hiding spots. You don't want to get caught out without one of them. Okay, so we've got one in the hallway. Get your lights on when you're going, because you do not want your sanity drained. That is one of the biggest things to staying alive, is to actually keeping your sanity high. Okay, so we have a lot of hiding spots. That's nice. Next, if you've heard anything, I'd be probably dropping your items in that general vicinity. Then what I like to do is to actually come in and grab some protection stuff straight away. Because being solo, I don't like to get hit with a demon or a Fae or something like really early. So what I'll tend to do is just stick a crucifix down in that area. Try and stop myself getting hunted so early. Alright, after you've got your power turned on, leave it for about 2-3 minutes or something. Run around the house, you know, look for your hiding spots, cursed possessions, whatever you gotta do, and then check your temperature. Because your temperature needs time to actually settle down to the set temperature. So the map temp looks to be about 18. 16, 18. If you come out here, it's 10. So I'd say that it is in this area. Always have your EMF on the floor. The ghost writing, when it does ghost writing like that, if you see it in real time, you can actually take 2 photos. You can get an interaction photo and a ghost writing photo. I'm not sure if I will have time to do it, but I'll give it a go. Again, these aren't in any set order of tips, these are just tips. See, I missed it. I was too late. I didn't get the interaction photo, sadly. Photos are a big thing now. They used to be worth a lot more money updates ago, before they changed how you earn experience and money and stuff in Phasmophobia. But now that they are tied, XP, like one experience is $1. If you're trying to level up, prestige, get new items, things like that, you actually want to be doing the photos. Because when you think about it, a photo will give you, I don't know what it is, and money, we'll just say for an example $5. If that's $5 per photo, well then that is a lot of experience that you have just lost out on. So it is an airball event, and Oni cannot do an airball event. So it is not an Oni. Freezing can be one of the most annoying ones in the game, in my opinion. So I tend to check for it quite often to make sure that I'm actually getting correct evidence. Text-to-speech is a lot better than normal. It's less immersive, and it makes the game a little bland, boring sometimes, but you can just sit here and spam this like I am, and you'll get through a lot more commands and ask the ghost a lot more questions in a shorter time frame than what you would if you were talking. Like for me, if I was using the speech, it'd be like, are you friendly? The time it takes me to say, are you friendly, I'm clicking pretty much every single one of the commands in this list. Text-to-speech is, I would say, 2 to 3 times faster, guaranteed, even if you're slow at it. What I usually tend to do with my salt is to turn a UV on, and I will drop it next to the salt to see if I get UV. So I didn't get UV, so there's no ultraviolet on this one, as I'm playing professional. You can take a photo of that. Again, don't go all out on your photos, don't you know, waste time. Don't finish a game and then go back and do every single one of your perfect photos. But as you play, I would be trying to just get the odd photo or two here and there because they are beneficial. They will get you more money, which in turn gets you more experience. You level up faster, you get more items, etc, etc. That's ultimately what we are here for. Okay. Once you've like established yourself, you've got a bit of evidence, you might be looking for more but you just don't know and you can't find anything, make sure you are protected. Go get your second crucifix, stick it down wherever you want to hide, in the path to where you want to hide so that it can't cut you off. One thing I don't like, you'll be here where this ghost is for an example, with these two crucifixes, but because they're right here, the ghost can spawn there, in that hallway, and then it cuts you off. So where have you got to go? You've only got the hiding spots in this vicinity to pick from. Whereas if you have this crucifix, and you were to pop it here, it's going to make it so that the ghost can't hunt in this whole entire range. From wherever this goes, which it ends just over here by the salt, when you grab this one, you range it out as well, you can put it about there. And the whole entire area is covered by crucifix. You're safe, you can run from there through to your hiding spot, you're all good. You're safe, basically. Now with events, it basically physically teleports the ghost. So when the ghost does an event, you can actually walk over to a spirit box, and you can actually spam these commands, or voice. If you're using voice, you can ask it questions as well, right where the event was, because the ghost gets physically teleported. It doesn't happen on every event. Like, I know it doesn't happen on an Oni ghost ball event, like the air balls, that Oni can't do. Okay, so it's turned. It blew the lights on me, which is bad, because now we don't have anything to protect our sanity, right? So what I'm going to do, just to try to save myself a bit, I'm going to go to the truck, and I'm going to get one of these lanterns. Maybe more than one, actually. And I'm going to turn them on, and I'm going to place them in the hallway, along my route of where I'm going. Because these things don't stop sanity drain completely. They're not like a light in a house, but they do something. It's like tier 1's like 10%, tier 2's 20, you know, whatever. I'm not actually sure what the numbers are, but these will protect you from losing a bit of your sanity. What I like to tend to do with my second crucifix is to stick it where I like to loop the ghost. Because if it's a phantom or a banshee or something that teleports, you don't want it to teleport and then instantly decide to hunt on top of you, because you haven't got anywhere to go then. You're trapped. So I haven't got much evidence, but I haven't checked for a ghost orb. So what you need to do in this as well is never get tunnel vision. If you ever get tunnel vision while playing this game, you're going to forget evidence, you're going to forget cursed possession locations, that you've even got a cursed possession, you'll forget how to use a cursed possession because you just tunnel visioned on one piece of evidence or one particular thing that the ghost keeps doing. So if you feel that you're not getting any evidence, if you feel that it's just a bit slow, well then go back and look for more. Because look, I just got a ghost orb. Even I noticed I was starting to tunnel vision a bit with what I was looking for. I went back and I made sure that to check every other evidence. I missed that EMF. That's a good tip. If you hear an EMF, go try to check it. Even if you're doing what I was doing with your thermometer, go stand over the top of it. You can read your thermometer and kind of read the EMF out of the peripheral vision as well. That way you're doing two things at once. You're not wasting time. You always want to be maximizing your time in this. Maximize time and efficiency and try not to lose sanity. If you find yourself a little bored and you don't know what to do, you can potentially try to plan for ahead in your hunts. If it has any evidence that's potentially poltergeist, you could grab all these items like this and chuck them on the table and get ready. So right, well, when it hunts, I'm then going to lead it over here, and I'm just going to loop it around this table and figure out if it throws shit. If it doesn't throw stuff, well then it can't be poltergeist. In this instance, it can't be. Okay, so an Abarque can hide its fingerprints. So when it comes to UV, even if you've checked it just once, twice, and you haven't gotten any, I would still continue to check it. I have had games where I thought I didn't have UV for quite some time, and it ends up I did. I just wasn't paying close enough attention to it. Lanterns are also interactive photos when they blow them out. You can run over with a camera and get the photo. Again, that's just more money. More money means more experience. Okay, so if you've got an evidence, you've ruled one out, you know, you don't know what you've got, blah blah blah. With this instance, I'll go outside. I have two evidence. I know it's not UV because I've looked. There's only 3 ghosts left. Well, then you go through here and go, alright, well, can it be EMF? Well, no, it cannot be EMF, so you would cross that out. Then, can it be freezing? Okay, it can be freezing. Can it be dots? Okay, and can it be spirit box? Alright, well, it can't be EMF, so now you know what 3 evidence are remaining. If you're on professional, it only works like that on professional. So now I would go in again, sadly. I think it might have turned the breaker off on me. Always try to keep the breaker on, even if you think like it's out of your way and you don't want to go and turn it on. Trust me, it will save your sanity. I don't even think I've taken a pill yet. I've just been running around, playing, talking, and yes, my sanity is a little low, but that's fine. This might hinder me for hunts for this, but I'll just show it anyway. Take 1 pill. Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. I'm not sure if they do the same amount of sanity. I know that they do it slower. So Tier 1 takes like 20-30 seconds to give you your sanity, whereas a Tier 3 is like 10 seconds. I'm not sure if these give you more than a Tier 1 though. I'm not really sure on that. Look how high my sanity is. I still have 3 whole entire pills here. 30, 60, 90. That's almost a whole entire bar of sanity. If I truly needed it. Which I don't think I do, but it's just, you know, the sanity is that overpowered that why not have the light on? You know, you're going to be running around trying to escape it, all this other stuff, making your games even harder if you've got the lights off, so why not just have them on? Trust me, you will make your life 10 times easier. So we know what evidence we're looking for. So what I would tend to do is I would tend to do the more dangerous or the more tedious stuff first, just to try to get it out of the way, or to at least put a little bit of time into it. Then you can kind of drop it, go get another item. Dots aren't on, so I wouldn't even see dots if it was dots. That's my mistake. Always another good tip as well, always make sure that your devices are turned on, that they're here, that you haven't dropped one in the kitchen somewhere. Because the time it takes you to run around and go, oh, where's my equipment, where did I drop it, is it here, is it there, you know, you get confused. You lose track of time, you end up draining your sanity because you're in and out of rooms that have got lights on and off. It's freezing. So that answers our question. In this game, you don't actually need a negative symbol besides your 0 with like, say, a -4. You don't need that to determine if it is going to be freezing or not. Anything under 1 degree is technically freezing. So the 0.9 that I have on my thermometer right now is actually freezing. See, 1.3 is not, but if I can get it to go down to, yep, under 1 degree, that means it's freezing. So we should be dealing with a rep. Unless it is a mimic, of course. Never assume that it is just a ghost, because you can always have a mimic. But the thing with a mimic is it can't copy every single piece of evidence. It can't do dots, and I'm pretty sure it can't do ghost writing. So if you've ever got dots or ghost writing in the list of your evidence, you know you don't have a mimic, because it can't physically copy that evidence. Well, I think we have a revenant for this one, guys. Took a little bit longer than I would have liked, being professional, less active, didn't really get hunts early, didn't force anything, kind of just played as we went. There you go.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
If you found any of those tips helpful today, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel for the future. Thank you and have a good day, everybody.